Okay, good evening. Yeah, don't worry. I want us to have a small talk. We are calling it the young man's talk. I'm a young man, you are a young man. In case you are young, if you are old, let me say that you are young. Uh, Let me start by asking, as a young man, have you ever, there are some questions we always ask ourselves if you are a serious person. Though there are people, they just live. They don't want even, they can never even ask themselves any question about their lives. Sometimes when you are sleeping in your bed, when you are sleeping with the backside on the bed, then you're facing up. That is when you are asking yourself very many questions about yourselves. I'm sure the questions I'm going to mention, at some point you have also ever asked yourself as a young man. Uh, the questions you ask yourself about your future are different from the questions your dad or your grandfather is asking himself about the future. Your dad may be asking, "How will my children be in future in the coming days when I will not be there?" Your grandfather may be asking about my grandchildren. How will they be sometimes to come? But for you, you need to be asking yourself very many questions, and I do ask myself, like in 10 years time, where will I be? In 10 years time, will I be driving? And if I will be driving, will I be driving a very nice car? Which model? Hmm? In 10 years, will I be owning a plot? If yes, if that's what I'm thinking, which part of Kenya will I be having a plot? In 10 years, will I be having a house? What model? How many rooms? How will it look like? In 10 years or in 5 years' time or in 2 years or next year, will I be having a family? And if the answer is yes, who am I going to marry? You see, those are the questions that a young man always asks himself. I'm not biased about the ladies. Where I've used young man, can you reverse it and put a young woman? Or you create a video like this, send it to women. But let me talk to you, a young man, or let me talk to myself. By the way, even if you don't listen to this, I'm talking to myself. Now, if I can ask myself right now, there are three sections we need to categorize. Number one, about the financial and economic section, the social section, that's about the families and other things. Then we have the religion section about your religion well-being. But maybe I can just shed light on two. That is the economic section, my financial status, maybe talk about the social welfare. For religion, let me not talk about it. I will talk about it some days back. Oh, back, so some days to come. Now, mm, right now, when you are still in high school, you don't think so much about about economic and financial well-being of yourself. In university, we have very big dreams without the reality of the ground. After university now, that's why now I can speak right now. Um, what happens is now I know what on the ground, and I know what I used to say before I graduated. They're very different. Now, sometimes we need to ask ourselves whether you are employed or not, whether you are employed in a very big job or small, I mean, you are earning a high salary or small amount of salary, that one should never um, determine the kind of dreams you should be having or you are supposed to be having daily. Um, this is what is always fixing us because we need to ask ourselves, how can I earn money? How will I be living at the age of 40? Will I be still hustling like I'm hustling at my 20s? Most of us right now we are at 20s. And we wish that maybe when we will be in our 30s, heading to our 40s, we have stable jobs, stable business. There are very many things which are stable that we need and we aspire to. For example, sometimes we crave for a job. Yeah, that's what you want. Yeah? Nikipata your gas, I will be earning 50,000. I will be earning 100,000. But after getting the job, what happens on the way is maybe your dreams grow bigger. You realize that even the money you're earning from the job are not enough to sustain your dreams. You will require some financial boost. You will require somebody to boost you. You will require business. You will require investments. Sometimes we have a lot of ideas on what to do. The problem is we have no resources to do. Now, as a young man, what are you supposed to be doing? Yes, we have time, we have ideas, but the problem is we don't have even finance. We don't have the money to finance ourselves. And also, sometimes we may be having finance, the small amount we can get from hustling around here and there. But sometimes we don't have the right person to guide us on what to do. You have everything, but now you want to invest somewhere, but you don't have somebody you can take as a role model that I want to venture into this business. You're not even sure whether you're going to make money or not. Just try. That's a young man doing. You're thinking of how you can make money, drive that. I'm talking about this because I know every young man must be actually asking herself or shouldn't be talking about her himself about these things. More so the man, leave alone the women. When women, they have somewhere to run to. They can run to men who have made in life. But as a young man, as a man, who will you run to? You cannot run to your fellow man. Mwambie nao maisha imekuwa ngumu, no? Women can run to us and start lying to us, start, eyeing the small things we have gathered. But my thing is about the young man. Now, what can we do? If you want to invest, how do you start investing? Yeah, we have very many business ideas. And one thing that always annoys me is when I realize that there is a young man somewhere with no business mind or idea. Right now, if I try to give you if I give you some money, let me say I give you 100,000, you will realize that you will have nothing to do. I mean, unless you just use the money to travel. You're supposed to be having some business ideas. The only thing you're waiting for is money. You're supposed to be having some ideas, some investment in your mind. You have invested it at a kama hujafanya, but you have, yani, the only thing you're waiting for is money. You even don't know where the money will come from, but make sure you have an idea. You have an investment idea. Share with very few people, not many. If possible, find someone who has the same business, someone with a good heart. If possible, interact with such businesses, such that when it is your time to get money, because you don't know, you really don't know where the money will come from. If the kind of business you are willing to start, you can do it a little by little. There's some you can start from somewhere at a low as you rise. That is the best. But now it requires what? A business idea. If I may ask you now, as you are listening to me, what business idea do you have? What business idea that requires less than 10,000 do you have? Because you must be having. If not, then you are not serious with this world. There is nothing you are doing here. Wewe utusaidii. But I'm asking this. What business idea do you have that, for example, if I give you now 50,000, you can start the business. If I give you 500,000, you can still start the business. If I give you 2 million, you can still start the business. If Please make sure you have those dreams with you, whatever you want to do, such that when you get money, you only implement. Let me tell you, and this is for true. You will never start to think about business idea when you have the money at hand. It will never work. It will never work. As broke as you are, as poor as you are, I'm not calling you poor, but I'm just saying. But if we are, what can we say about it? We can do nothing about it. Yeah. So I'm saying this. Start thinking about those very big businesses that requires a lot of money. Also have small businesses that require small amount of money. Start it. When you have stabilized one business, go to theater. There are some which are not business, but we call them investments, but still they give money. You work on it. Tell people I have this business. The only thing I'm waiting for is money. Maybe you are telling somebody who can help you, who can give you 500,000 and tells you, please, I have gone through your business idea. It is working. Please have this money. You will return the time you will get your own profit. That's making sense. But you're just there, you have nothing to do. You are not helping yourself in any way. Even your dad maybe is having some small money, but anashangaa ndampatia afanyie nini, because you have no idea. Hata wewe mwenyewe, can you give money to somebody without an idea? Even money themselves, they can never come to you because they know you have no idea. And if they come to you, they will go to another person. And you know how money, okay, nobody will snatch the money from you, but you know how money will move from where you are to somebody with ideas. If you're given money and you have nothing to do, it will go back to the person with the ideas. So, do you have those ideas? Yes, yes. Nataka mfunge? Sawa, niandikie hapa nini? Yes. T. Endo niandikie utaniletea. Endo tu niandikie na amount. Sawa. Andika hiyo till number na amount utaniletea. Sawa. Zete pas niandike. Till number ni ngapi? 45, 95, 45, 95, 15. 15, eh? How much? 160. 160. Okay, sawa. Right. Tarifungia mlango? Sawa. Yes. Okay. That was some small business I was transacting. So I was saying this, if you realize that you can stay with money for a week, if I put money to your account and it can stay there for a week, then it means you have nothing to do with the money. Give me now 1 million. The following day, you will never find me with it, because I have written my long-term plans, my short-term plans. If you give me a 3,000 shillings, I know where it will fit. If you give me a million, I know where it will fit. If you give me even 10 million, the business ideas I have, I don't think there is any amount less than, in terms of millions. It requires millions. Even when I'm thinking like someone who wants millions. But I'm saying even if you give me 500, there is somewhere they will fit to. So my encouragement this evening is that please have a business idea, read business books, I attend several businesses, try to see how it works. Yeah, I'm talking even if you are employed. Let me tell you, then in fact you are a better placed person to start a business because already you have some financial boost from the small salary you are earning. Or you can get loan now because you have the employment, you are a salaried man, you can get loan. There are very many firms that can offer you loan. That is if you have the business idea. Otherwise, don't take the loan. Again, if taking the loan is not a must, if you can, get some money from your parents. After all, ni wao ndio walikuzaa. Tell them to give you money. You will return to them without interest. Again, don't take money without returning it. Please return the money the person was giving you. But if there is no person to lend you money, that's why we have equity, we have KCB, we have cooperative, we have all those money lending institutions. Sit down with people. Ask yourself, if I take this loan, will it benefit me? Will it, I mean, the business I want to invest, will it come up? If yes, go for it. I cannot assure, okay, all businesses cannot be 100% workable, but there are those that have a high chance of giving returns. So you just need to be wise trying to invest. And that is it actually. Make sure you have the ideas to do it. Sometimes you have invested so well, the business is doing well, but you also need to ask yourself what, because business can take very few days to collapse. Any investment can take very few days to collapse. But there are some investments that, for example, after investing in business and you are making money, you are tempted to keep on increasing the business, which is okay. In fact, that it should be that way. But have you ever, you can ask yourself now, there's some assets you can acquire. Even if the business goes down, you still have it. If you acquire land, if in a given year you make a profit of 10 million, you're wondering why am I quoting a lot of big figures? That's what we should be. If you make a profit of 10 million in a given year, five goes back to business to improve the business or start new investments. 5 million buy land. Even if the business at some point, there are many things that can make business go down. The government can start looking for you. Hata kama una makosa, the government can start, watakuhanda bure. Hauna makosa, but they have seen this business is working well. Waanze kukufuata kabisa, itaanguka. But if you have maybe land, even if the business has gone down, you still have permanent assets. And you see gari, gari, the moment a car gets out of the yard, its value has depreciated. The moment you buy a land, the following day, its value is up. So as long as we are doing the business, please let's ask ourselves, what if right now you get sick, you cannot do the business, but you have 15 acres of land? The 15 acres of land can actually take you forever. When you build a house, your own house that you live, that's a first step. When you build now rentals, even if something happens, and God forbid, many things happen, you can get sick, get paralyzed. You cannot do what? Continue with your business or work. I know we don't want that, but let's think on that line. You get an accident, you cannot work. You are just on a wheelchair. What will you do? Please, I see you're doing all this. Let's also invest in some businesses that will do well in your absence. Like I build rentals. It doesn't require me to be there. I will be earning whether I'm there or not. Let's invest and let's observe all this that I'm talking about. We shall keep on talking in this channel. We shall be educating each other. I think that's what I've dedicated to. We shall be educating each other. I can be inviting you. You be my guest. You teach us. We teach each other, and we shall make it. I'm very confident that in this land of living, I'm confident we shall make it. Let's not run out of Kenya. I was telling my friend, life in Kenya is so good when you have money. It is so good. I'm not dreaming to go to America. I'm not dreaming to go to those countries that you're running to. I'm dreaming to be a very wealthy person in Kenya, such that anytime I can fly to US, come back, Australia, come back. I fly to Germany, Japan, China, then come back. Life in Kenya is so sweet if you have money. I cannot run away from Kenya. Hii serikali mnasema iswi tutaiangaliana macho kwa macho. We will have to make it in our country. Let's not run away from our country. Let's make it. Okay, if you run away from Kenya, what will happen to those who have no ability to run away from Kenya? What will happen to them? What will happen to your parents that they are past the green card application? What will happen to them because Canada wants people who can work there? What will happen to them? Australia wants people to go and study. Your parents can never go and study. What will happen to them? Let's say it is Kenya. Follow me here on YouTube. We'll keep on educating each other. Make a comment, make a like, you share. God bless you.